Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing absolutely fine. So welcome all of you at AriserTalent, and today we are going to discuss about some NTSE stage 2 questions that belongs to your chapter, that is the last chapter of your class 10th chemistry, that is about the periodic classification of the elements. So previously we have discussed about the stage 1 questions, and in our today's lecture we are going to deal with the stage 2 questions. Now from the chapter that is periodic classification, majorly the questions will be asked from the topic the trends in the atomic properties, whether it may be the electronegativity, whether it may be the ionization enthalpy and atomic radii, ionic radii we have discussed earlier. So majorly questions will be asked from the trends in the periodicity. So let's deal with the questions here. So the first question in this sequence we have, consider the elements A, B, C, D. So firstly, I have to take the 4 elements A, B, C, D with atomic number 11, 12, 16 and 17 respectively. So what are their atomic numbers? Atomic number is 11, 12, 16 and 17 respectively. Which among the following statement regarding these elements are correct? So you have to choose the correct statement. So let's check the options first. Element C will gain electron more easily than the element are correct. So first of all we have to write the electronic configuration of these elements. So you will easily analyze that which will going to remove the electron more easily and which will going to gain electron more easily. So firstly, write the electronic configuration of these elements. So atomic number 11 is for sodium, electronic configuration will be 2,8,1. Atomic number 12, after sodium we have magnesium 2,8,2. Atomic number 16, silicon 2,8,6. 17 is for sulfur. So 17 is for chlorine. So 2,8,7. So this is our silicon, sulfur, and this is our chlorine. There is no silicon here. So this is our sodium, this is our magnesium, this is our sulfur, and this is our chlorine. Now element C will gain electron more easily. Now this is element C. This element is going to get electron more easily than D. So this is the wrong statement we have. Why this statement is wrong here? Because C will, C and D are given. C will gain electron more easily as compared to D. So if C and D have the comparison, C will gain electron more easily, this will be true. And if C is comparison with the others, other will not gain electron more easily. Now element B tends to lose electron more readily than C. Now comparison between B and C. B will lose electron more readily than C. So again this statement is true here. Why this statement is true here? Because there are 2 electrons present here and there are 6 electrons present here. Then losing 2 electrons will be more easier as compared to losing 6 electrons. 2 electron को lose करना ज़्यादा easy है as compared to 6 electron को lose करना. So I can say that our first statement is false and second statement is correct. Next, oxide of A will be least basic while that of B will be more basic. Now अगर हम A और D के ऑक्साइड की बात करें तो अगर हम पीरियोडिक टेबल में लेफ्ट टू राइट मूव करेंगे तो बेसिक कैरेक्टर इंक्रीज होगा. इट मीन्स ये जो ऑक्साइड फॉर्म करेगा वो लेस बेसिक होगा और बाद वाला ऑक्साइड मोर बेसिक होगा. तो अगेन ये स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है बिकॉज बेसिसिटी इंक्रीजेस. नाउ एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू रिमूव एन इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम द आउटरमोस्ट शेल ऑफ ए विल बी मिनिमम and that of D will be maximum. Now again this statement we have is true. एक इलेक्ट्रॉन को रिमूव करने के लिए हमें लेस एनर्जी की जरूरत पड़ेगी और 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन को रिमूव करने के लिए हमें मोर एनर्जी की जरूरत होगी. Now, first option is wrong, and the second option, the basic character is not going to increase from moving from left to right. Now, the third option, second option is our correct, third option is our wrong. Now, the fourth option, we have seen that it is easy to lose 1 electron as compared to the 7 electron. So, it will require the minimum amount of energy and this will require the maximum energy. So, again our fourth option is correct. So, we can say that second and fourth option are correct here. So, which is the option here? 1 and 3 only, 1 and 4 only, 2 and 3 only, and 2 and 4 only. So, our fourth number option is the correct, that statement 2 and 4 are correct here. So, this topic is entirely based upon the periodicity, it means the trends in the atomic properties. So, I have told you earlier that this topic is of very much importance from competitive point of view. Now, let's deal with the next question in this sequence we have. Manya, Karthik, Gurnoor and Sheena. It means 4 persons are given and they are arranging the ions in the decreasing order of ionic radii. Decreasing order means the element having a smallest ionic radii will be on the left hand side and having a highest ionic radii will be situated in the right hand side. So, the 4 persons are given: Manya, Karthik, Gurnoor and Sheena. They have arranged the ions in the atomic radii, in ionic radii form. Now, let us consider the ions here. So, what are the ions given here? Ions are F negative, Na positive, O2 negative and Mg plus 2. Now, if I am going to calculate the number of electrons in each species, how I am calculating the number of electrons? Fluorine is having atomic number 10 and negative sign indicating that it is having a 1 more electron. So, for fluorine, it came out to be 10 plus 1. Fluorine is having an atomic number 9. Neon is having a 10. So, for fluorine, it came out to be 9 plus 1. 10 electrons. Sodium plus O2 negative, Mg plus 2. For sodium positive, I have 11 minus 1, that is equal to 10 electron. Why I am subtracting 1 electron here? Because Na positive is given, it means it have a tendency to lose 1 electron. O2 negative, again oxygen is having atomic number 8, 8 plus 2, 10. Mg plus 2, magnesium atomic number 12, plus 2 means it is losing 2 electron, 10. Now, you can see that all the electrons are 10. So, I can say that these are our isoelectronic species. These are isoelectronic species in which the number of electrons are same. But you have to arrange these atoms in terms of ionic radii. Now, if I am talking about the ionic radii, if I am comparing among the atomic number of all these elements, atomic number for magnesium will be 12. For oxygen it is 8. For sodium it is 11. And for fluorine it is 9. अगर हम आयंस की बात करें तो जैसे हम पीरियोडिक टेबल में मूव करेंगे लेफ्ट टू राइट तो आयोनिक रेडियस इंक्रीज करता जाएगा. इट मींस आयन का साइज बड़ा होता जाएगा क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जो होंगे वो शेल में ऐड होते जाएंगे. तो क्या होगा, अगर हम इनको डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ आयोनिक रेडियाई में अरेंज करें तो सबसे ज्यादा आयोनिक रेडियाई जो होगा वो O2 नेगेटिव का होगा, देन जो होगा वो F नेगेटिव का होगा बिकॉज दीज आर अवर एनायंस, दे आर हैविंग अ नेगेटिव चार्ज. तो एनायंस का जो साइज होता है वो कैटायन के साइज से बड़ा होता है. तो अगर हम ऑक्सीजन और फ्लोरीन का कंपैरिजन करें तो ऑक्सीजन का साइज फ्लोरीन के साइज से बड़ा होगा. तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि एनायंस की अगर हम बात करें तो ऑक्सीजन का साइज फ्लोरीन के साइज से बड़ा होगा. अब अगर हम कैटायंस की बात करें दैट इज मैग्नीशियम एंड सोडियम, तो साइज में जो है वो सोडियम का एटॉमिक नंबर 11 है और मैग्नीशियम का 12 है, लेकिन इसके ऊपर चार्ज +1 है, इसके ऊपर चार्ज +2 है. इट मीन्स Mg+2 का साइज Na+ के साइज के कंपैरिजन में छोटा होगा. तो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि Na पॉजिटिव जो होगा वो Mg+2 से छोटा होगा. तो इट मीन्स सबसे बड़ा आयोनिक रेडियाई O2 नेगेटिव का, देन F नेगेटिव का, देन Na पॉजिटिव का और देन Mg+2 का. तो ये ट्रेंड होगा आयोनिक रेडियाई का. अब हम ये चेक करते हैं कि चारों पर्सन्स में से डिक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ आयोनिक रेडियाई का ट्रेंड किसने सही फॉलो किया है. मान्या O2 नेगेटिव Mg+2, दिस इज अ रॉन्ग. कार्तिक Mg+2 Na+, अगेन दिस इज रॉन्ग. गुरनूर O2 negative, F negative, Na positive, Mg+2. So this is the sequence that Gurnur is following. So the Gurnur's correction will be true regarding the arrangement of the ionic radii in the decreasing order. So you have to calculate the ionic radii. So you have to calculate the number of electrons and you have to identify whether they are cation and anion. And anions are always bigger in size as compared to cations because anions are having a negative charge on them. So let's copy this solution from here so we can proceed to the next one. Now, the next question in this sequence we have who had provided the correct order, that is Gurnur. We have discussed Gurnur is the right answer here. Select the correct set of statements regarding the change in the property as we move down in the second group of the periodic table. So what we are doing, we are moving in the second group of the periodic table. And what we are doing, we are moving down the group. We are moving down the group. So, as we are moving down the group, atomic size increases. So this is the true statements because the number of shells are increasing. So atomic size automatically increases. Electronegativity increases. Electronegativity will not going to increase down the group, but it will increase from left to right in the periodic table. Electronegativity is basically a tendency to attract the shared pair of electrons. So it will increase from left to right. So this is the wrong statement we have. Tendency to lose electrons increases. As we move in second group down the group, we are having a less electrons in our outermost shell. So tendency for losing electrons again increases. So this is the same. Valency remains same. Valency of the second group elements will remain same as we move down to the group. So I can see that here which options are correct. Option number 1, 3 and 4 are correct. So let us check the options here. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4 and 1, 3, 4. So our statement 1, 3 and 4 is correct here. So I can see that option number 4 is correct. This question is again from the trends in the electronegativity atomic radii. So trends are very important. Now let us move to the next question in this sequence we have. An element has X electrons in its L shell. So what is given here? Element is X and electrons in the L shell is 7. Now you have to identify the statement which is true for the element X. It belongs to the period 9 of the periodic table. So outermost electron will going to define the valency of an element, and from that outermost element you are came to know about the period of an element, because the outermost electron will going to tell you about the period or group of the element. It contains 9 protons, its valency will be 7, its atom can accept an electron to acquire the noble gas configuration. Now, which statements are true here? It do not belong to the 9th of the periodic table. This statement is entirely wrong. Its atom contain 9 protons. Again, this statement is true or false? This statement is again false. But it is having a 7 electrons in its outermost shell, so I can say that its valency will be 7, and by acquiring 1 electron, it is going to complete its octet. It means 7 plus 8 will give you the noble gas configuration. So again, this statement is right. So I can analyze from here that statement 3rd and 4th are true. So let us check the options here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 and 2, 4. So again, our 3 and 4 statement is correct here. So the first question in this sequence we have is, so consider the elements A, B, C, D with atomic number given. So what I have provided here, we are given elements, that are 4 elements we are provided, A, B, C, D. And what will be the atomic number of these elements? 11, 12, 16 and 17 respectively. So what are the atomic numbers? 11, 12, 16 and 17 respectively. So these are the atomic number of the elements we have. Now we have to identify that among the following statements, which statement is correct. So which statement is correct? Let's have a look at the statements here. These are the statements we have given. Element C will gain electron more easily than the element A. Now, for finding that which element will lose electron rapidly, which will lose electron fastly or gain electron rapidly or slowly, we have to write the basic electronic configuration of these elements. So, I can write here, if the element is having an atomic number 11, its electronic configuration is 2, 8, 1. If atomic number is 12, electronic configuration is 2, 8, 2. If it is 16, it is 2, 8, 6. And if it is 17, it is 2, 8, 7. So these are the electronic configuration of all the 4 elements we have given. It means we have to write according to the atomic number. So the electronic configurations I have written here. Now read every statement very carefully. Element C will gain electron more easily than element is correct. Now C will gain electron more easily than the element D. So this statement is entirely incorrect, because it is having the 7 electrons in the outermost shell and it is having the 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So the tendency of the electron gaining is very, very low. So this statement is false here. Element B tends to lose electron more rapidly than C. Now you can see that in element B we are having 2 electrons. B के पास 2 electron है, C के पास 6 electrons है. तो we can say that 2 electrons को lose करना easy है as compared to 6 electrons. So it will be very easy to lose 2 electrons as compared to 6 electrons. So I can say that this statement is correct. Now move to the third option we have provided with. Oxide of A will be least basic while that of D will be more basic. It means A का oxide least basic होगा और D का oxide more basic होगा. Now electronic configuration के according, अगर हमारे पास element की electronic configuration 2, 8, 1 है और यहाँ electronic configuration 2, 8, 7 है, तो अगर हम पीरियोडिक टेबल में लेफ्ट टू राइट मूव करेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली एसिडिक कैरेक्टर बढ़ेगा, लेकिन 11 to 17 मूव करने पे देयर विल बी नो कॉन्सिक्वेंस वी कैन फाउंड दैट कि बेसिक कैरेक्टर इंक्रीज होगा या नहीं होगा. सो अगेन ये थर्ड ऑप्शन भी हमारा एंटायरली रॉन्ग है. नाउ फोर्थ ऑप्शन, एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू रिमूव एन इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम द आउटरमोस्ट शेल ऑफ A will be minimum while that of D will be maximum. Now we can see that in the outermost shell of the A के पास outermost shell में एक इलेक्ट्रॉन है और D के पास outermost shell में 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन है. अब एक इलेक्ट्रॉन को निकालने के लिए हमें कम एनर्जी चाहिए होगी और 7 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को निकालने के लिए हमें एनर्जी की जरूरत ज्यादा पड़ेगी. It means for removing the 1 electron we will require a less amount of energy, and for removing the 7 electrons we will needed much energy. So this statement is again correct. So in the statements, which statement are basically correct? Second and fourth. So the option correct here will be, here we have an option provided, that is first and fourth only, first and third only, second and third only, and second and fourth only. So here we can write that the option we have correct is option number 4, that is second and fourth only. Here are the two statements correct. Apart from that, the remaining options are here incorrect. So the correct option will be second and fourth. Now let's move to the next question in this sequence. We have the following observations are given for 4 metals. Now again we are provided with 4 metals. Now which are these 4 metals? Metal H, metal K, metal L and metal M. So what are these metals? Metals we are provided are H, K, L and M. These are the 4 metals we are provided. Now metal H does not react with dilute HCl. What the first statement is saying? This metal H is not reacting with dilute HCl. Dilute HCl के साथ ये कोई रिएक्शन शो नहीं कर रहा है. अगर हम K की बात करें तो K is reacting with warm water. It is reacting with warm water. Metal L does not react with water, but it displaces H from its aqueous solution. So it means it do not react with water, but displaces H from its solution. And the last one, metal M react with cold water. This metal is reacting with cold water. Now we have to arrange all of the 4 metals in the decreasing order of the reactivity. It means decreasing order, we have the element which have the very high tendency of reacting there. So you can see there, this metal is reacting with cold water. So the metal is reacting with cold water. Secondly, this metal is again reacting with warm water. This metal is reacting with water and displaces H from the solution, and you can see that this is not going to show any reaction with the HCl. So I can write here H will come as the last option we have. Then this is reacting, this do not react with water but it displaces it. So L will be our second option. Now in comparison with hard and cold water, if I am comparing, it means in cold water there is a tendency of more metal to react. So according to the reactivity series, M will come before K. So this is the order we are going to follow in case of the reactivity series, and the correct order we have will be M is having the higher tendency, then K, then L and then again H. So this is the correct order for the decreasing order of reactivity in the metal activity series. So which option is correct here? M, L, H and K, K, M, H and L, M, K, L and H. This is the correct order we are getting. So I can see that the decreasing order of reactivity is option number 3. It means जो metal ज़्यादा reactive होगा उसकी ये कैपेबिलिटी होती है कि वो दूसरे वाले आयन को अपने solution में से डिस्प्लेस कर दे, और जो कोई रिएक्शंस शो नहीं करेगा वी विल प्लेस देम इन द decreasing order of the reactivity. So this will be the correct order for the metal reactivity we have. Now let us move to the next question we have. Match the chemical reactions given in the list 1 with the type of reactions given in the list 2. So let's check the list here. These are the list we have provided. You can see that here are the chemical reactions mentioned, and you have to mention the type of the chemical reaction given in the list 2 you have. Now, formation of NH3 from N2 and H2. Now, nitrogen and hydrogen is combining. So, we can say that nitrogen is combining with hydrogen to give ammonia. So, what you can analyze from here, that there is a combination or addition of the two components to give a particular type of the product. So, the options we are here: decomposition, double displacement, combination. So, this is the reaction we have. So, we can see that A will correspond to the third option. It means it is a combination reaction. Next, calcination of zinc carbon. जिंक कार्बन का कैल्सिनेशन करने का मतलब है कि उसको 2-3 कंपोनेंट्स में डिसएसोसिएट करना, और whenever there is a decomposition or the dissociation of a product to give the particular type of the reactants, we will see that it is an example for the decomposition reaction we have. So which kind of reaction it is? It is a decomposition reaction. So I must say that B will correspond to first option. Now, reaction of barium chloride with H2SO4. Barium chloride जब H2SO4 के साथ reaction करेगा तो there will be the displacement of the two ions in the solution, and when there is a displacement of two ions, the name of the reaction will be double displacement. So here the option second is correct. It means when BaCl2 is going to react with H2SO4, what will happen in this reaction? Ba will combine with SO4 and Cl2 will make a combination with H2Cl2. So we will get barium sulfate along with HCl. And what is this reaction called? There will be the double displacement of the ions. So I can say that C option will correspond to option number 2. Now, fourth option we are given in the chemical reaction, rancidity. So in rancidity, basically oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So rancidity is a type of redox reaction we have. So D part will corresponding to fourth, because in rancidity oxidation and reduction basically takes place. So let us have a look at the options here. These are the options we have provided. So the options given here will be A third part, B first part, C second part and D fourth part. So the conditions which are satisfying all these options I can see here is the option number 4. So I can see that option number 4 will be correct here, and this is the solution of the problem we have. So I am again preceding the slide so you can see the reactions there. So copy these reactions from here.